famous rabbis of yester. Yeah, now on the 5th of Elul, it marked the Hilula of a really great Tunisian rabbi. His name was Rabbi Messaid Mahachar. Zechet Tzaddik Libracha, great rabbi of his time. He was actually born in English year 1928. He passed away very young, only about 31 years of age, approximately in the year 1959, but was a really, really famous and great rabbi. As we said before, he was born in the year 1928. And I believe his father's name was Kalaf Fani. I'm not sure if it was a rabbi or not. I'd like to know that, but a great family in of itself. He was born in Jerba. Remember, Jerba was a great Torah island at that stage in time, of a Torah bastion of learning. Many great rabbis actually came from there and was related already inside this series on many of them. Now, he would learn Torah under another great rabbi we've spoken about before, Harav Makikat Shaul Hashli. This was in Jerba, respectively. Now, we've mentioned him on various occasions before, Rav Makikatz. Let's just say something short within regards to him now that we're on the topic. He himself happened to be a famous judge, a Dayan. He was a translator. He was an author of great Torah works. He was one of the great rabbis, such as of Jerba, especially in the 20th century. He had many great Talmidim. Let's just say he was a head educator inside the Beit Midrash. I think he was close to really great rabbis of great caliber, including Rabbi Yosef Berabi, and many other great rabbis who at this point in time, Rabbi Shlomo Mazuz, Rabbi Mordechai Sagron, Rabbi Raphael Kadit Saban, Rabbi Bogid Hanina Sadon, Rabbi Tzia Ashush, really great rabbis from Tunisia at that point in time. And I think he was an author, Rabbi Kik actually, of various different Torah colossal works, including the Shemesh Umagen, which was on Mesechet Pesachim, Midrash Avot, and many other various different books at that point in time. He himself, I think, was born in 1887. He passed away in 1969. I think his Hilul is in the 19th of Kislev, just before Hanukkah. But be it as may, that was a rabbi, Rabbi Messaid Mahachar, really great rabbi. So he would learn under his auspices. He was known for diligently studying every single day, and was educated in brilliant qualities in of itself. That's what just using some notes actually from the Hayomi website. He was brilliant midot characteristics, and really upright. He was, I think at that point in time, it was a tough situation from a financial point of view for many people in Tunisia. It was difficult, but that would keep him. He would be learning at premium high level. He was a huge Yirat Shemaim, let's just say. I'll say what it says inside the Hayomi website in Hebrew over here. This encapsulates the greatness of him. He ish eshkolot Torah v'yira kedusha v'chasidut. The chasidut, he had the measurements of extra kindness, holiness. Anav umaleh mitzvot krimon. He was like keeping mitzvot as if it's like a pomegranate. It was 613 mitzvot. That's what they compare a rimon, a pomegranate, to. Ishtam yoshev ohalim. He was sitting down inside tents the whole time, learning Torah, toiling in Torah the whole time. He was one of the great rabbis of Jerba over there, and was dealing with all the various different importances and learning all different Torah subjects in himself. He was extremely knowledgeable in general also, just like many of the Tunisian rabbis were. He was an expert within regards to Diktuk, also in Bnikood or Benigina, within regards to grammar, Hebrew grammar, so on and so forth. He was also Shochet, a rabbi that would perform kosher slaughter, and Bodek, he would actually investigate within regards to kashrut. Also, he was a mochel, mohel, mumcha. He was an expert mochel. He was known as a top mochel over there. So along with the great breadth of Torah knowledge he had, he was very much practicing and became a great rabbi. Now, so it just showed that the high level of Torah learning he was doing, and how busy he actually was. Now, from his youth until he passed away, he taught Torah the whole time. For many years, he would serve as a teacher for younger students. I think there was a famous synagogue actually over there, where he was educating and teaching. I think from inside the Beit Knesset, called the synagogue called the Rabbi Hezkiah synagogue. From morning until the evening, he would be teaching there, and sometimes even after Arbit prayers, evening prayers, he would continue staying on and really educate the various different students, especially the derech of the Talmud, respectively, in Gemara and high level. He would be a mashkiach, I think, in a learning center, various different Talmudim in the Beit Sefer in the city, in that specific industry, and he will work within regards to the needs of the congregation. He was constantly over there. He was, say, within regards to the topics of Taharat Mishpacha, within regards to Hilchot Nida and various different marriage laws within regards to the cycle of the month. Many people will come to him asking. He was known as a very, very great posek, and he would give various different Torah law classes inside the Beit Knesset, inside the synagogue, called Menachem Chori. Remember, Chori was a famous Tunisian family, a rabbinic dynasty. Also, there were various different great rabbis from the Chori rabbinic dynasty, and he was toiling the whole time in writings. Let's just say, I think there was like a weekly or a daily Gilyon, various different Chiddushim, novelties within regards to the Torah. Now, I believe he sadly passed away. He suffered from great difficulties. I think Yisurim Kashim, as they say, very huge difficulties. And he was 31 years of age when he passed away in the year 1959. And he left 3 children. Also, I think his son, that was 8 years old at the time, was actually called Mickey Katz, possibly naming, I think his rabbi, as we mentioned before, was, and I think he had also 2 daughters that were 4 and 6 years old at the time they passed away. Now, I think his book would actually come out after he passed away through Rab Ashet Chadad, if I'm not mistaken. It was called Masad Lebeit Hashem. This contained, let's just say, of Chidushim, various different teaching and novelties that came out in Jerba in the year 1960. That was one of his teachings. Another teaching book was called Mouche V'Chayim. This was on Drashot. That would actually come out in Jerba also in the year 1962. So the prior book was, I think, in the year the Chidushim was, the first book was in 1960. This was 1962. Then a Shut book, Shelot Shuvot. That's what the Shut stands for, question and answers, called Maim Torim. This will come out in Netivot in the year 1984, a period after the previous book. And I think Rav Ephraim Chadad, the great Talmud Chacham, I think in Jerusalem, will bring about in 1973 a book, the Leket Mechidushav ala Talmud Mufrashim B'Shem Mesaadi Geber. This would be another great Torah, colossal work, let's just say, of his in of itself. So it just shows the brilliance and the majestic within regards to the great rabbi of how much they were actually able to produce at such a high level at that point in time. And obviously he was very, very much a very great rabbi of that specific era. So I recommend everyone to learn more about him. Don't forget to light candles in his memory also. And friends, we're a community here. We are learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. Please, he was very much great. Rabbi Messaid Mahachar. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. I think I said at the beginning it was Said, but I think it was actually Messaid. If I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Very, very great rabbi of his time, and I recommend everyone to learn more about him. Now, we've spoken already about in this series, possibly as many as, I think it must be already about 150 Tunisian rabbis at least, which is absolutely phenomenal. And if you descend from any of the great rabbis we are speaking about, please send me an email. I would love to hear more information on the great rabbis respectively. And if you feel anyone is interested in watching any of these videos, please share these videos also to other people and help this community grow more and more. And don't forget to subscribe. We are nearing, actually, let's say, I think a staggering 7,500 members. Without you, Be'ezrat Hashem, you keep going, we'll keep growing. And it's not just videos on the great rabbis we're recording here on this series here. We are recording videos actually with a different rabbi every single day. We try to get, let's just say, different Jewish personalities sometimes. We speak about Parshat Shavua, various different topics that are grappling with the Jewish law. We do current topics also. So it's non-stop here on this channel. So I recommend everyone to look at it, to subscribe, please, and enjoy. Recording this from the city of Bet Shemesh. Anyone's got any feedback or anything, I'd really, really appreciate it. And I think on that note, wishing all a good evening. Take care, and thanks for spending time to watch. Have a great